All right, so another pit bike video. I never actually take the videos of things as I do them, which I should. So got a new set of tires on this thing. Went with the stock replacements. They're IRCs. Rear's a 3x12 and the front is a 2.5x14. I didn't know that they sold bigger tires than this, oversized. These are a little bit bigger than normal pit bike tires anyway, but so next time we'll be going with some oversized tires, but these things are definitely good enough, super meaty. The other one was a little worn out, so yeah. Check that out. A new front tire. Okay, so as many of you probably have seen in most of the videos, I absolutely love this thing. It's a blast. I'm an adult, you know, probably a little over 200 pounds, and this thing is more than enough of a bike. I love it. Plenty of power. My only complaint is maybe a little bit ground clearance and suspension. So got some plans for over the winter, maybe looking at, you know, stiffer rear springs, stiffer front springs. They do make a little bit longer swing arm for this thing, so might check some things out over the winter. Needs brakes, so I'll be tearing it down to do brake shoes on it too, which is pretty easy. But so what we're gonna do today is, so this doesn't start in gear, you have to have it in neutral. So they just make a little block off that is right behind that sprocket guard and goes to that ground wire right there. Should be about a 5-minute install. So we'll put this little block off plate in, and then it allows you to start it in gear. So yeah, we're gonna do that. What else? I got a new throttle grip. Might put a new throttle grip on up there. So I got the ODI lock-on grips, and it has you change the little cam inside the throttle up here, and it makes it super stiff to turn it. Like, I got an arm pump by the time we're done, you know, getting out of the driveway, so I might go back to stock with just the stock grip. So I got that over there. What else? Might put a bunch of stickers on this thing. Just had sitting over there lying around. This always irritates Derek, so see how the exhaust is crooked? I might pull that exhaust pipe off and straighten that bracket. I'm gonna pull all the plastics off. I need to adjust the air fuel screw, and it's easier if you just pull the plastics off, which takes 5 minutes anyway. So we're gonna get this thing stripped down. Might show some clips of that, and yeah, we'll get started. Okay, so yeah, 3 minutes and you could have all the plastics ripped off. You know, you could easily work on this thing. Right here is the block off that I'm talking about. So just 2 screws, which unfortunately looks like they're Phillips screws, 1 ground wire, and then we could have this thing done. There was a shitload of dirt packed in there behind the factory case saver. What else? So I needed to get to the air fuel screw, which now you can see is easy right here. You know, before the plastics were in the way, so I need to adjust that a little bit. It's winter time, so. And then I can easily pop this off and bend that bracket back a little bit. And the only other thing, so before I look at spending some money to get some new suspension for this, they make a rear shock extender. So you could put a 1-inch block right in here, and it makes the suspension just a tiny bit longer, a little bit more travel. So I do have that. It was like $5 for Black Friday sale, literally shipped to your door. So we'll give it a whirl. All right. All right, so I wasn't even able to find a video on YouTube that shows how to do this, although it's super simple. So if you're looking for a video, this is it. I already busted these loose, so careful when you're taking a Phillips screw out. Make sure you got a good bite on it. You wouldn't want to strip it, because when you strip it, then you got to call Dad. You know what I'm saying? This just unplugs, and yeah, might have to get a little prying device there, but that's it. All right, so that's it. That's the stock piece that allows it to not start in gear. And then I'll show you the Faster Minis piece that was on, I don't know, maybe 20 bucks, that apparently just direct plugs in and allows us to start it in gear. Yeah. Okay, so this is it. What do they call it? Bump start kit. That's it. Couldn't think of the name. So yeah, just allows you to start it in gear. Here's the shock extender. We might put that on. And then this is just the stock throttle stuff and some stickers. So yeah, we'll go back and toss this baby on. All right, so Faster Minis bump start kit. They give you all the direct plug-in stuff. Plugs right into the same wire here. Locks right in. New screws. What more can you ask for? Make sure you clean this area out. Well, that's nice of them. They switched your new screws to Allen's. How nice of somebody. Fuck that. Fucking Allen screws. I'd rather have the Phillips. I don't understand that. Like, why do people really use Allen screws? And is it just because they know that it's going to suck ass one day for you to try and, you know, if you strip it or something? Yeah. If anybody's watching, why would you use an Allen screw instead of just a regular screw? Even here, why did we use Phillips screws? Everybody can watch me struggle. There we go. So that's literally it there. Done. All right, so I think I am gonna put the shock extender on for now, just because I haven't, even if we do some suspension work down the road, so. Should be pretty simple. Looks like a 14 millimeter nut you can easily grab up here in the upper shock. We're gonna bust it loose. And then take this one off down here. To do some, what is making it tight here? Did you see how hard it was to push down this rod here? I think it's pretty damn tight. I might loosen it a little bit. Luckily everything's 14. That's off. So that is the item we're going to be putting in, just a 1-inch extension. Oh, the thickness is not the same. I'm gonna have to space it out. Damn it. Right, different thickness. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to see if I got some washers. Is this bolt long enough? Yeah. Going through here. That'll be okay. It also needs a couple washers. Back to the drawing board. All right, so we're gonna skip that because whoever made this bracket, it's not for this shock. The orientation's different. This has to be 90 degrees from that, so it was a waste of $5. Okay, moving on. So bump start kit done. Figured out that shock extender doesn't work, so I don't fucking buy that for $10. And I just put the air fuel screw at 2 turns out. So I'm gonna see what that does, because I think it's a little rich, so I can't tell if that's an air screw or a fuel screw, but we're gonna go for a test drive and then probably put this back together. All right, so the KLX110 Faster Minis bump start kit, 20 bucks right there. Dude, anyone can do that. It's 3 5/16 bolts and 2 Phillips bolts, done. You can start it in any gear, which it was super irritating before you couldn't start it in gear, before it had to be in neutral. So yeah, awesome. And adjusted the air fuel screw, which from what I'm told, if it's on this side, on the fuel side, it's a fuel screw, not an air screw. So it is 2 turns out because my Pilot is super fat. Yeah, turned out great. I might wait for it to cool down to straighten that pipe a little bit because it is kind of crooked. All right, so nothing, a little vise, elbow grease, and a Bernzomatic can't fix. So I even went a little bit further out, just because when you hit a hill and lay it down, that's the first thing that's hit. It hits, but yeah, got her straightened out. Air fuel screw 2 turns out. Seems to run pretty damn good. Toss the plastics on later. I think I'm gonna wash it down, but yeah, give it a little fire up here. Still warm. it for the pit bike video. Thanks.